Alright, friends. It's been a long time. And, yeah, glad to be back in the swing of things. Welcome to our team builder. My name is Tyler, but most of you know me as Phantombass. I am your coach of the New York Cosmogs, and we are prepping for our Season 5 Week 1 IBL matchup versus Josh, aka Ultraplayer 12, coach of the, I believe it's the New York Metagross in this league. He has a couple team names. He goes by here and there. This season he chose to be the New York Metagross. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Before we begin, make sure you leave a thumbs up or a like and a comment down below telling me what you think of this team builder, as we are going to go a little in depth. This was quite an extensive build I had for this team, and you guys can see on the right the team matchup, and I decided, because I was done before, I decided to put my logo over my team. We have Z, Tana, Hydra, Toxapex, Necrozma, Donphan, Darmanitan, Vikavolt, Swoobat, also Z Crystal User, and Mega Autono. He has Kyurem-Black, Skarmory, Z Ribombee, Mega Venusaur, Slowking, Z Rhyperior, Passimian, Komala, Z Manectric, Magmortar, and Poipole. Now, looking at team matchup, we're just gonna hop right into this, guys, because I'm supposed to battle him as soon as I'm done with this. So I want to make sure that this is, but I still want to make sure this team builder is nice and pretty. So we're gonna do this live, like we're used to, quote unquote live as a simulated build, because I've built this team already. Clearly, I spent a lot of time in the thought and process into this team build, and I'm really proud of this team. I'm hoping it'll do the work. So anyway, we're gonna talk this over. So right away, looking at the matchup, we notice we're going to assess the threats first off, because Kyurem-Black, clearly a monstrous threat. Mega Venusaur, annoyance. Freaking Slowking can be an annoyance. Rhyperior is actually really dangerous for my team overall, if I don't properly handle it. And the other craziest, or the biggest thing that's going to annoy me, like defensive wise, is Skarmory. However, the biggest threat to my team is none other than that Z Ribombee staring me in the face. If that thing is set up, I'm done for. Like, that thing is so dangerous for teams. Like, seriously, you guys have no idea. This thing is such a menace to deal with, especially with the way my team is constructed. Everything, it outspeeds everything on my team. It can set up on a lot of things on my team, like I actually think that they can't really set up on much, but things like Hydreigon, things like Autono. If I don't bring a Scarf Hydreigon, it sets up all over it. If I don't bring a Scarf Kartana, it can set up on a switch into it and just blow it away. Autono isn't really a threat to it. Like, Ribombee can set up all over Autono. It's dangerous. I cannot afford to let that thing run away, or it will be the death of me. Now, thankfully, we have decided to kind of go with a semi-balanced team. Normally, I've been leaning a lot lately towards more offensive builds, and you'll kind of see some of that in this build. But like, a lot of this team is really kind of offensive, and you'll see what I mean here in a few minutes. So, I'm gonna look at his team, and the first thing you notice when you look at his team is he has no Dark type, he has no Ghost type. So right away, I'm kind of inclined to grab a Psychic type and throw it on my team. Now, for a while, I tossed to bringing Swoobat, because a simple Swoobat here with Calm Mind just goes ham. But the biggest problem is that getting around Ribombee outspeeding me and setting up alongside me, well, it could be, like, the thing I'd be playing with is crits, first off, and the second thing I'd be playing with is a Z move that can just kind of semi-nullify my boost, so to speak. Like, a +2 Ribombee, if I'm up to +4, is still going to be doing a crap ton with a Z-Bug Buzz or a Z-Moon Blast, or, I don't know, like, it's so dangerous. The other thing is a Scarf Kyurem-Black always stops Swoobat. But, let me go over what I think he should bring, because, or not what I think he should bring, what works, what I'm most afraid of against my entire roster. What I'm most afraid of is a Life Orb, Hone Claws, 3 attack, Kyurem-Black, with a mixed Kyurem-Black, most I would expect with like Ice Beam, Iron Head, and Dragon Claw. That would be the 3 moves I would expect, because that really just breaks my team down really well. I expect a Quiver Dance, Roost, Moonblast, Bug Buzz, Free Bombi with Bug and EMZ, because that's a really good win condition late game. The other option for that could be a Psyche EMZ set to help him break past Tormentan better, as well as Toxapex. I expect either a Taunt or a Whirlwind Skarmory with Rocks, Roost, potential Defog. I don't expect Defog, he's going to bring Rocks on it. And I expect either, like I said, Whirlwind or Taunt. And I expect it to be especially defensive to take on things like Necrozma, take on things like Swoobat, Audino, Hydreigon even. Like, it could be a decent check, quote-unquote decent check. And its natural physical defense already helps it check Kartana and Donphan. I mean, it's not going to be staying in on Vikavolt and Darmanitan anyway, so there's no point. Next, I expect the physically defensive Mega Venusaur to check Kartana with Hidden Power Fire, either Leaf Seed or Synthesis, Sludge Bomb, and either Earthquake, Knockoff, or Giga Drain. That's kind of, it's a toss-up. A lot of those moves, but really I expect Hidden Power. I 100% expect Hidden Power Fire for Kartana. I 100% expect Sludge Bomb to take on Mega Audino, and I expect either Leaf Seed or Synthesis, and I expect either Giga Drain or Knockoff, because otherwise Knockoff helps him soften the blows from Hydreigon if I so decide to bring it, as well as it helps him potentially knock off an item my Necrozma may have. Next, I expect Rhyperior, because Rhyperior is a great check to, especially defensive Rhyperior and Assault-Vest Rhyperior is a great check to Vikavolt. It's also a good check to Toxapex and Hydreigon, so pretty well. It checks us pretty well. Can also semi-deal with Mega Audino. And it's a pretty, if it's not Assault-Vest, it's a really reliable rocker. But I think his rocker's gonna be Skarmory. I think he's gonna be Assault-Vest Rhyperior. And his last mon is up in the air, because like, it could be, in one mock, the one mock I did, I saw Komala come. I'm like, I don't really expect that to come, even though I don't have a fighting type. Kartana, +2 Kartana just blows it away. Even with just a Leaf Blade, I don't need Sacred Sword, like, Leaf Blade just kills it. Komala loses to Darmanitan, Komala loses to Hydreigon. Like, it gets play rough, sure, but like, if I was a physical Hydreigon, it's gonna blow away Komala. Audino 1v1's Komala. The thing I expect him to bring is either a Magnet or an Expert Belt Manectric with Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Hidden Power Ice, and Volt Switch. Because HP Ice, I originally thought he might bring HP Grass to hit Donphan, but HP Ice does better because it hits Hydreigon and Donphan, and on top of that, Flamethrower helps one-shot Kartana, and Thunderbolt, and if he's a Magnet or Expert Belt set, it two-shots Toxapex, even especially defensive set. And I actually more expect a Magnet set because HP Ice still does a good chunk to Hydreigon and Donphan, and Flamethrower still one-shots Kartana regardless. Thunderbolt is going to blow away Swoobat. A Magnet set is really going to put a dent in Audino and Necrozma. Like, and a Magnet Manectric just makes sense versus me. It's a really good bring. So with this in mind, I'm not going to prep for the team that I think he's going to bring. I'm going to prep for his entire roster, because in the end, he can bring anything, and I need to prep for that accordingly. So the first thing I said, like I noticed, is that he's got no Psychic type, or not a Psychic type, but no, his Psychic resist is Skarmory and Slowking. He has no Dark type, no Ghost type. So we decided, after much debate, we're going to bring Necrozma. And originally, I knew the set instantly. I wanted Sub, Calm Mind, Moonlight, and Stored Power. Because, like I said, he has no resist, just about. So, now, right away, I did not know its spread, and I did not know its item. I will say, originally I had leftovers on it, but I decided, I was up in the air about that a little bit. But we're going to go with Atlas, the Necrozma. And all I knew is I wanted to have 240 or max HP just about. And I wanted it to have 36% speed to creep a Venusaur going to 20 speed, to see if he was going to try to prevent his own creeps, his own stuff being crept. Next up, this one was pretty easy for me to decide. I hadn't really figured out the spread on it 100% quite yet, so we're gonna stick with what we got right there. Now I will say the next mon came to me very quickly, and that is I wanted to bring Mega Audino. And that's because Megan this week, ironically, I accidentally gen this thing with healer instead of regenerator, but it's not. I don't think it's really going to come into play. I don't see myself switching in hard auto on anything and then going right back out. Like, I just don't see myself doing that because he's got a pass semi that could potentially check me. But I knew right away I wanted Dazzling Gleam, Wish, Protect, or I knew I wanted Dazzling Gleam and Wish 100% because I won't say the next moves that I had because I wasn't quite sure. I originally had on there Wish, Heal Bell, or not Wish, Heal Bell, Wish, Calm Mind, and Flamethrower, but we'll go with that for now. We had, this is the set I 100% knew I needed. The spread I 100% knew I needed though, because this allows me to 2-hit kill a special defense minus nature Kyurem-Black with Dazzling Gleam. And I expect him to be that because he's got to be mixed to break through my team properly. This also allows me to guarantee, or to take, like, the role for me to live 2 Life Orb max attack Iron Hits from Kyurem-Black is in my favor. Strongly in my favor. Like, I think it's like an 18% chance for him to 2-hit kill me, which is great because I can Wish Protect. I can Wish on that all day long. And even if he flinches me, I come back with more HP than I left with, and we can go out and again switch accordingly based on the damage he does. If he does less than 50%, then if he does like lower than 45%, we're kind of going to be guessing he's not. Especially if he doesn't show a Life Orb, he's not going to be Life Orb. And he's not a Z-Mon either, so it makes life a lot easier for my auto-no. Next up, we very quickly decided that we're going to go ahead and go with Protect and Flamethrower here. Originally I had Calm Mind, but in the end, we don't really need a Calm Mind set when we're bringing this Necrozma. And because we were going with this Necrozma, I actually decided, you'll see the kind of fun I had on the very end of this prep here. Because let's go in for originality's sake, or for original sake, we're going to say that we had Calm Mind to begin with. And I'll show you what we changed later. Next up, I decided I needed a secondary answer to Kyurem-Black that I could pivot from auto to scout for Ironhead. I could scout for Flash Cannon if it's just a purely special set, which actually Flash Cannon isn't even 2-hit killing me anyway, which is funny. But I wanted a secondary check to Kyurem-Black that could also get past the sub Kyurem-Black, and that is Psychocut. And I knew right off the bat on this one what I wanted this one to do as well. I wanted an Assault Vest Psychocut because we're going to have Thunderbolt, Bug Buzz, Energy Ball, and Volt Switch. Now, this spread is very, very meticulously calculated, but I actually spent a lot of time just focusing on this spread to make sure that I got it absolutely right, because in the end, I wanted to make sure that it did exactly what I wanted to do. So, let's discuss it. With this special attack investment, we guaranteed 2-hit kill a +1 Ribombee. So even if he's got 1 Quiver Dance up, a Timid Ribombee that is creeping either my Swoobat or my Kartana is still 2-hit kill by Thunderbolt. A Energy Ball, 1-shot, a non-Spidef, or non-Assault Vest, Rhyperior. And if he is Assault Vest, then we actually have a strong chance to live a Rock Blast from that thing. If he gets 3 hits, the max roll he has is 94%, which is great because if we don't come in on hazards, that's really good for us. And this speed allows us to not only creep a Rhyperior, that's just trying to creep us, it also allows us to creep a minus speed Skarmory in the event that it wants to have like Heat Wave or something for my Kartana, instead of having to go Impish. This creeps it, even if he's got like 4 invested in speed, so they hit 72. We hit 72 to creep that, and we obliterate even especially defensive Skarmory. Spidef Skarmory is 1-shot by Thunderbolt and 2-shot by Volt Switch. So that's really great for us. And this really pairs well in conjunction with my auto note and the fact that we can pivot into things like Skarmory, things like Slowking pretty well as well. Even a Flamethrower isn't 2-hit killing us unless he's nasty plotted up. And we should definitely outspeed that, and we definitely 2-hit kill with Bug Buzz / Flamethrower or / Thunderbolt. But yeah, and with this physical defense investment, we take two life orb ice beams from Kyurem-Black, as well as like 3 life orb iron heads, I believe. As well as, I believe, it's a roll in our favor to take 2 life orb dragon claws. And if he's got earth power, it's not even a 2-hit kill, which is great because we 2-hit kill with Bug Buzz if he's a minus def nature. If he's a minus defense nature, then we can work around that as well. But like at the end of the day, this is how this is gonna work. Now, the next Pokemon I decided to put up here, I needed to check to make Venusaur and Skarmory, because right now Skarmory is really threatening to my team as far as beating or stopping my Atlas from sweeping, and stopping my Audino from becoming a valuable win condition, or a valuable pivot slash wall. And that's why we decided to go with Hydreigon. We're going to bring a Life Orb Hydreigon this week with Taunt. Oh lord, if you got Tail Glow, that'd be GG. Taunt, Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, and Roost. I knew I wanted to Stallbreaker Hydra right off the bat. We're going to run 236 speed because we need enough speed to creep Kyurem. Because a Life Orb Dragon Pulse with this much special attack investment one-shots Kyurem, regardless of its nature. Thank goodness. And we're running 44 defense, 12 HP, so we maximize our capacity to use Life Orb with a 9 in HP. We maximize our Life Orb HP. We capitalize on our Life Orb HP, and with this spread, we avoided 2-hit KO from Brave Bird, Skarmory. We avoid a 3-hit KO, or we avoided 2-hit KO from Sludge Bomb Venusaur, and we avoid a 3-hit KO from Ironhead Skarmory, which I kind of anticipate coming for Audino, but at the same time I think Brave Bird is smarter, because Brave Bird does more damage, actually. Even if it's super effective, Brave Bird does, like for stab, actually no, I'm lying to myself. Ironhead does more to Audino, but like Brave Bird does more to Hydreigon, clearly. And if he only has Ironhead as stab, Vikable actually just beats it. So does Hydreigon, because Hydreigon can just taunt it down, prevent it from setting up rocks, prevent it from whirlwinding, defogging, whatever, and we can prevent it from taunting as well, and we can just roost. Yeah, we can straight up roost on it, and we can Dark Pulse it down. We 3-hit kill with Dark Pulse if he's Spadef. It's a roll to 2-hit kill if he's Fizdef. We 3-hit kill Mega Venusaur with Dragon Pulse. We one-shot Kyurem. The only thing we don't beat with this set is Rebombi, but we have one answer to that thing already. Vikavolt is a very good pivot into that. Because even if he's +1, like I said, we take like mid 40s to mid 50s from a +1 Moonblast, which is great. So like it's kind of a 50-50 roll for us to live 2 Moonblasts, but we can still pivot on that as well because we've got Audino that's another great check to that, and that if we get damage off on it, we can go into Donphan, funny enough, which I'll explain later, or we can go into Audino, or we can go into Necrozma. And this is where I go back to Necrozma and come up with its spread. I think about Rebombi, okay, we're going to go with this particular spread here. We run 164 Spadef, 60 special attack, running 4 defense, and we run a Calm Nature. Now, this allows us to not have our sub broken by Giga Drain, Mega Venusaur if it's not invested. We also guarantee to take 2 Bug Buzzes from a non-boosted Rebombi. And if we Calm Mind up alongside of it, the roll is 38 to 46% from its timid Rebombi, which he needs to be to outspeed both Kartana and my Swoobat, which is very important, I think. And we decide here that, or not here, we decided, like I said, originally we had leftovers on this, and I'll go back and show you what we changed it to later. But yeah, so far this team's looking pretty crazy. Kind of Audino week, but at the same time, we've got some decent answers to it, and we've got some other ways to handle it as well. So, here's where the rubber meets the road. Yellow Big, and totally forgot that I named it that. Next up, we decided to go with, this is where we toss up between having Swoobat on the team. Originally I had Swoobat, but then I decided to change it to Kartana. Now, Kirito is here, of course. you'll see later if I don't get the chance to do it right away, is to show you guys my my Devil's Den tournament. Anyway, so originally we had Psychocut, Leaf Blade, Sacred Sword, and SD, and I went ahead and came up with this particular spread. We went 252 speed, we go timid, and don't ask me why. I'll explain in a second. 20 IVs. I better actually check and make sure that my Kartana is set properly, because that could be a problem if I didn't do that right. Yeah, so anyway, while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and say we were at 244 HP and 12 speed F. This, in conjunction with the Psyche MZ, allows us to, at +2 one-shot Mega Venusaur, a Z Psychocut, a +2 Leaf Blade one-shots, a max HP Komala, a +1 Sacred Sword, or +2 Sacred Sword one-shots Kyurem-Black. But my problem here with this set, and I actually ended up changing this very quickly, is that I didn't have a strong way to hit Rebombi. So I decided to change it and set to Smart Strike, which still one-shots Kyurem, and also one-shots Rebombi, which is great. So let me check my Kartana set, because I really want to make sure. Don't tell me I messed that up. Please don't tell me I messed that up. What level are you? You're level 60? Oh, I did mess that up. Okay, it's a good thing I caught that. Okay, well, it's a good thing I caught that. So, so glad I caught that before we went into this battle. Anyway, I'm gonna tell Josh this before we get into the battle. Anyway, so that's this set. So, this is supposed to be 20 IVs attack. Yeah, that way we're getting a speed boost here. And still able to do a lot of damage. Anyway, so that's my Kartana set. Nothing too crazy. Leaf Blade one-shots. Komala still at +2. Leaf Blade also one-shots. Slowking. Yeah, this is a good time. And our last mon, I decided that we needed some hazards because I needed to make sure I could pressure Rebombi from switching too much. Force him to defog with stuff like Skarmory, break sturdy on it, so we could go in with Necrozma late game. And that is Donphan. We decided to go leftover set with Rocks, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and Roar. And I wanted to go with max HP. I went with 180 defense and 76 speed F with an impish nature, because this allows me to take a +1 Moonblast from Rebombi, or like, I'm trying to think what else it lets me take. Well enough in a range where I can get wished back up with Autono. Like, I think it takes max. It's after Rocks. After Rocks, I still take a +1 Moonblast from Rebombi, assuming he doesn't have Energy Ball. If we can scout for that, going into things like Vikavolt. But I think the biggest thing I want to do is, as soon as I see Rebombi come in, it's just Vikavolt needs to go kill it. Or if it's late enough in the game, I can, and I'm in with Necrozma as he brings in Rebombi. If I can set up a Calm Mind as he starts Quiver Dancing, we're in good shape. So yeah, because like I said, we'll end up beating it 1v1 because Store Power gains more power than his Bug Buzz will. Anyway, so yeah, after we finished this up, I decided that we're going to change one thing, because I looked at the team and said, this team really does not appreciate Toxic at all. So, instead of, or in particular, my win conditions don't. So like, one of them does. This one can handle Toxic just fine, but I needed to make sure that I could get my healing back up with Autono, as well as use it for scouting. And my last thing is that I actually changed Leftovers to Flame Orb on my Necrozma to make sure I wasn't going to get Toxicked by, or put to sleep by, Mega Venusaur, so it could become a better setup fodder for my Necrozma. So anyway, that is the team. Sorry this was so long. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, like I said, I'm really hoping that we can pull out a win for week 1. This should be fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you guys in the battle. Bye guys.